Welcome to another robot adventure. Happy Pagan cultural appropriation, takeover, and brain manipulation day. Yeah, baby, come by. Reuben, you don't have to tell us how it was the pagans cultural appropriated. The other guys took over their holidays, and we know that. Kentucky Fried Chicken. So, it is that day, and for atheists and agnostics, it is a good day too, because the world has been tricked into discounting prices and things because of sales figures. So yeah, you can get some deals now. The Steam sale is on. Get discounted video games. Yeah, this is good. So I'm hopefully going to do this all in one take, so I don't have to edit the thing. Today is here in Japan, the 25th, and yeah, so I wanted to make some videos because I like making videos, and I told my brother I'd make a year in review thing, and I was like, all right, well, I'll probably do that. And so I wanted to talk about my favorite things of 2017, and yeah, I didn't want to forget anything. Why would you forget something, Reuben? Why would you? Because that right in there, apple juice. Because the apple juice. So I made an actual list. I wrote stuff down. So some of my favorite things, and then I think after I talk about some of these things, I'll actually do another video where I go into more detail about these things. So maybe I'll pump out a bunch of videos describing these things in more detail and sharing with you. I don't know if I like that kind of sharing, Ruben. I'm kind of scared of your sharing. So, yeah, I've got a couple of favorite things I want to talk about. Favorite websites this year, and this is in no order. This is just a bunch of stuff I wrote down. So some of my favorite websites this year was Amazon Prime because of shopping. I like Amazon Prime, and wrote down here Scribble, SCRIBL.com, and you can get a lot of free audiobooks there. And that was good. It's the same kind of system like LibriVox, which I mentioned before is a great thing to listen to while you're making figures and stuff like that. Because it's just free audiobooks, all in the public domain, recorded by people, for people. So it's a really nice thing. And yeah, LibriVox is good. And also that's an app you can get on your phone and download the books straight onto your phone. Lots of classics, lots of Sherlock Holmes, but a lot of those books are just repeats of themselves. And listening to Sherlock Holmes, listening to any of the classic or the stuff in the public domain, you can see a lot of the way culture has changed and the different perceptions of the other people throughout time. So if you go through Sherlock Holmes stuff, he'll call black people negroids, and he'll use a bunch of cocaine, and he'll use a lot of stereotypes on this and that, and because that was the logic back then, the stereotype and the the ideas, and there wasn't anyone to check them. So, but yeah, it's interesting. It's a nice bunch of literature. And on my phone, another app was GIMP, Inkscape on my phone. I thought that was good. I have had that for a year or so, but I used that a lot this year. Favorite toys and figures. My favorite was, of course, Triptychon, because it was fucking Triptychon. So that was Triptychon. Some of the games, I've played a lot of games this year, but I'd have to say Zelda for the Switch was very good. I think GameSpot gave it the Game of the Year. I really liked Horizon Zero Dawn. I played that on my channel as a streaming PS4 thing. That was really fun. It's got a lot of great robots in there, and I thought it was a really good game. So yeah, I really like that game too. I don't know, they all have their pros and cons. So which is the best? I don't know. I'm not going to tally it up, but also my main game, my MMORPG Guild Wars 2 had an expansion this year, Path of Fire. And yeah, that was a extension on the world, and I enjoyed that a lot. So if you're into an MMORPG and that covers a lot of the stuff that people hate about other MMORPGs, they take care of it in Guild Wars. So it's 5 years and it's still my favorite. So Guild Wars. It's not to say I didn't like it. I played a lot of games, so I'll probably make another video about that. Splatoon 2, ARMS, a bunch of other Switch games that I got. I really like the Switch. So that was a thing. I like that. Best movie. Oh, that was. I got that on there, and I was like, okay, well, movies, and I wrote a lot of the movies that I saw this year. And yeah, I'll probably do another, top movies and why I like them. Audiobooks this year. Well, let me just go over the movies real quick. Just from it's been very superhero focused this year. A lot of superhero stuff. I really liked Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I thought that was a really nice movie. And Lego Batman earlier this year, that was really nice. I watched that a lot. It was kind of fun. We had Transformers this year, but yeah, that was kind of... and we had Star Wars again this year, but yeah, that was something maybe we can talk about later. Get Out, that I don't know which, it was it Peele that directed that, or one of the Key and Peele guys did that, and yeah, it was a nice movie. Kind of reminded me of an audiobook by another author, which escapes me. I want to say J.T. Hutchins or something like that. J.D. Hutchins. He did Seventh Son, where it was a kind of putting the brain, or putting the mind of someone into the body of someone else. And they in the audiobook they called it sidejacking. But they kind of went with that premise in the story, and I wouldn't have known about that if I hadn't gone through that audiobook series. But yeah, it was a nice story. Yeah, it was maybe one of the better horror movies. But yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy was probably one of the fun movies. Lego Batman was fun. Thor Ragnarok was fun. Logan was kind of intense. Fast and Furious, Ghost in the Shell, Pirates of the Caribbean, Alien Covenant, Donkey Kong, It, Blade Runner, Spider-Man. A bunch of other ones that were good, but I just thought maybe Guardians was maybe the best. Just because of the music. I like the music in it, and the story, and it's kind of good. Yeah, so for the audiobooks, this year I finished off a free series that I found on Liverbox, which was put up on Scribble, on Audiobooks. An author by the name of Scott Sigler. The books have been out for years. He did a Galactic Football League series, which is I started listening to that series when I got Mario Odyssey. So all of my Mario Odyssey experience was, if I play that game again, I'll remember, oh, this is the part where the guy was drafted into the thing and then the something. So that's kind of a nice blend of interests there. So Scott Sigler, I liked him. I want to say J.T. Hutchins or J.D. Hutchins with the Seven Sun series, and there was a couple of other series. There was a Owner's Share by I can't remember off the top of my head. I want to say something Nicholas or Richardson or something. But yeah, lots of free audiobooks. Great, now I'm almost out of adult beverage here. Where's my adult beverage refiller? Over here. And some tools that I thought were pretty good this year. Of course, my 3D printer was very useful. And I played a lot more with with my phone, of course. But I got the new HTC U something with the edge sensing technology. And yeah, Fusion 360. I like that a lot. Last year I was playing a lot with, and this year also I played a lot with FreeCAD, which is great. Fusion 360, you have to sign up and register and stuff like that. And if you're a student or do stuff, then you can get it for free. If not, you have to pay for service. Onshape is another free service that you can do. There are a couple of other CAD services, but yeah, if you're gonna be doing stuff with your 3D printer, I really think you really need to get into the CAD stuff. And if you get into that, then yeah, it's you're gonna get tired of just printing out trinkets, and you're gonna want to make your own stuff. So here's a rocket. Reminds me something of Houston, but I put another fin on this side. This was made out of ABS. I did this all up in Fusion 360, and yeah, printed it out. So yeah, I just gotta paint it, and it'll look like something like a basketball thing. And yeah, so those are good things. Another skill I learned this year was messing around with the Arduino and the Marlin firmware for my 3D printer. So that was kind of useful. Now I can modify the stuff and adjust, like change out hardware parts on my thing and on my printer. And I also figured out how to adjust the potentiometers on the stepper motor drivers to dial in the correct amount of current on the boards, which allow my printer to run efficiently. So that was good. Yeah, and those were some good things this year. And probably another good thing that I quit drinking. Well, apparently not right now, but I did quit for about 4 months, and yeah, that was good. I really cut back, and I had my blood checked and all my liver and all the tests run on me, and turned out I was all right. So I was within the normal parameters of a normal person. So I did drink too much, and the doctors told me last year that I drank too much. So I had to cut that out, and I did it for 4 months, and I got back into balance. I don't want to get too far out of balance, but yeah, it's a tricky thing, you know. People have their vices. Luckily, I don't smoke, but yeah, and I don't want to drink as much as I did. I'm kind of more sensitive to that. And yeah, I want to make a video talking about the big controversy, which is yeah, whether Star Wars sucks or not, or stuff. So probably make a video on that next. My thoughts on Star Wars. I saw it I guess on 2 days after it opened. I think on the 17th. And that was before I heard any of the reviews or got any of the like, oh, you know, into that. And I liked it. So yeah, I'll just tell you. Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was an alright movie. It just was kind of confusing if you're kind of interested in Star Wars and know a bit about, you know, what was going on. And I've heard the comparison to Transformers a lot. Not only by, you know, other critics and stuff like that, but by Mark Hamill himself. There's a video out there, him discussing whether things have to be good or they just have to make money. And yeah, so yeah, I can talk about that later. So yeah, my plans for 2018 is yeah, just to keep plugging away at Fusion 360 and keep making models and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a fun thing to do. It's sometimes time consuming, but it's a good hobby, because once you make the thing, you don't have to remake it. You've got the thing, and you just print out another one or print out another one. And whereas if you're scratch building stuff, you have to scratch build it again and again and again. Once you model it, then you're pretty good to go. So, anything else? I'd probably want to play around with my drum set some more, and maybe do some more painting, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I don't really know of any other hobby that I'd be. Oh, you know, I was thinking about getting into drones and like setting up the GoPro and all the drone racing stuff with the specs on, you know, that might be fun. But yeah, I don't know, the barrier to entry on that. You know, what's you know, what do we have? We have to start off with like 1,000 or something, and then build up on that. I'm not really sure, so I haven't really looked that much into it, but yeah, it's something I might look into and see, maybe bring that to the channel. But yeah, I like my robots and stuff, and I want to just do more 3D printing stuff with robots in mind. Usually this year I've done a lot of just kind of one-off things, like the Rockets logo here, and and I made a super adventure box for my video game, and I've done some stuff for my friends, just logos and stuff like that, but nothing that can be like mass produced, or like a robot thing. So still waiting to do that. I did model up work some on Omega Supreme, but yeah, that's going to be a while before I get that finished. So maybe I'll work on it over this winter break. I really like an Omega Supreme, a big one. So the next figure coming out, I think, is Encore 32. I think it's the Car Robots re-release of Ultra Magnus and Optimus Prime. So that should be a nice figure, but it does cost like $300. So not really sure what I'm going to do with that. I did pick up Trypticon for about $200, and now you can pick it up for like $120 on Amazon here in Japan, because it's such a big figure, and they just slash the prices in half. So might wait until after the release of Encore to see if they just slash the prices again, because I don't know who's going to buy these things at $300. So, but we'll see. And also, I think Fort Max is coming out again, so they're going to do an encore of that. But anyway, yeah, I've got a cold. So next video, I'll talk about Star Wars and what I thought about it. You probably already heard it. It's like, oh, it sucks. It's the greatest thing. Oh, it sucks. So anyway, happy pagan cultural appropriation rebranding winter solstice party day. Bye bye.